I know you targeted me too.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not.
Now, I don't have proof of that, but I have proof where you were like, does Ziggy know how rich you are because you sent her those shoes? And then what happened? You asked me for a backpack. Did you send that money to Jimbo? Because I heard him talking about how someone just sent him the money he needed. Yeah, I did.
But
So you knew.
You did.
You know early on. You knew early on.
I did
You
not.
did.
When I left my job,
So, in the first couple of weeks of, well, actually the first week of messaging, and then, you know, after we moved to the telephone, he had mentioned that another creator had talked about someone giving them money. I asked that creator not to say anything about it. I did send that creator money. It wasn't a huge amount of money. It was a very small amount of money. But unfortunately, he did say something about it. And he asked me in a text, which I can put up, if I had, that he had heard, he said that he had heard that creator talking about someone sending him money, and it was really sweet and blah, blah, blah. And I told him that I did, but that I also had had a conversation with that creator about not doing that again and maybe taking a break from YouTube. And then I had sent another creator, I knew another creator was having a lot of problems emotionally, like pretty depressed. So I had done a shoot with, I'd worked with a brand, and I knew that person liked that brand. And so I had access to, and they would give me, they would ask me if I wanted any of the things. And I never ever, it's not for me, the stuff that they had, it's just not. And I asked that creator if her shoe size and stuff, and I sent it to her. And I asked her not to say anything. She didn't say anything, but I told him I was on the way to the post office to send off the things. And then he asked me, does that creator know that are you worried that that creator will ask for more things now that she knows that you're rich? And I was like, I'm not rich, you know? And I explained to him that those were free. And there was another time early on, still in the Instagram times, when he asked me what I was up to, and I was working on a project, and I mentioned the brand that it was for, but I didn't think he would know what the brand was, but he did. And that ended up being the brand that he had asked me about the backpack for. But when I was telling him what the project was, and it's in the messages, he says something to the extent of, they must pay really well. They're pretty, you know, they're pretty high-end brand or something like that. So I didn't see those as red flags at the time at all. But then looking back on it as we were talking, nothing made sense anymore after this girlfriend thing. I was like, what is going on? Anyway, this is really hard. I don't know why this is so difficult right now, but it is. You can keep playing it. Thank you.
How much proof do you need?